So how many of you have been doing some form of strength training for the last 12 months? You've been to see someone and they've given you a few exercises and you've been doing them honestly, you've been doing them quite consistently, 3x10, 3 or 4 key exercises, and you're not seeing any more results. Now this is something, this is a kind of a case that I see on a regular basis where people simply aren't progressing themselves. Okay, they're not being progressed because people are kind of you're given an exercise, you think it's gospel, you take it on merit, and then you go away and you do it as honestly as you can. But what you have got to ask yourself is, are you creating a stimulus? Is there a stimulus being created? So when it comes to any type of change, you've got to, we're looking to force some form of change, right? When if you've got an injury or a niggle, or you've got something that you're trying to deal with, we are looking to force some form of change. So we've got to create some form of stimulus. And now, if your body is going to adapt very, very quickly to this type of work, it's going to only a matter of a couple of weeks before that stimulus of that 3x10 doing that same exercise your body's going to get bored, and it's just going to adapt and it's going to plateau. And this is where a lot of you are getting it wrong. And this is where we need to create that progressive overload. You need to have a conversation with a coach where you can sit in front of someone and go, right, how can I progress this? And then these are the kind of variables you want to be thinking about. You want to be thinking about maybe increasing the rep range. Okay, but then again, you don't want to be doing more than 15 reps because you're probably not creating enough stimulus after that point. So then you need to start adding more resistance, or maybe slowing the repetition down, so putting more time under tension on that muscle tissue. But these are the conversations that you should be having. Okay, so if you are still fruitlessly doing the same exercises after 6 to 12 months and you're still not seeing the results that you paid for and you expected, well, guys, you probably haven't been accountable to yourself, and you haven't been honest with yourself and said, hey, am I actually feeling anything anymore? Am I struggling anymore? And these are the things that people just simply aren't doing enough, and hence why they're not seeing the results. So a couple of things for you to think about, all right? In terms of increasing the intensity, yes, you can increase the reps, but there is a ceiling to it, because before you start to you're just going through the motions still. You maybe think about increasing resistance. So what does that look like? Resistance bands, small weight, time under tension, and then reducing the recovery time. Okay, but in all honesty, you should be looking at more variety, more frequency. There's so many different variables that you should be considering, but these are things that working with a good experienced coach will take you through. But if you're still looking at the same bit of paper that has the same exercises on it 6 months later, nothing's going to change. Okay, it's not going to help. You need to make those changes happen. Okay, you need to be proactive, get on top of it, and I promise you'll start to see the results you want.